Hi, welcome back to Disability Deep Dive. Today we are going to be talking about mental health and disability with Jessica Brito, the owner of Taken for Therapy Services. So you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
So, my name is Jessica Brito, and I am the owner of Take Control Therapeutic Services. It is a mental health service, and I work with people with disabilities and able bodied. My concentration is trauma, anxiety, and just life changing events like a disability or chronic illness. A lot of my work is with the Latinx community, but of course, a big deal of my work is with the disabled community. And I have a disability myself. I have a spinal cord injury. And I've been doing mental health for about, I want to say 5, 6 years now.
Wow, that's amazing. I never really thought about it until I heard your clubhouse discussion with Natalie about, and I really do think mental health is so important. 'Cause when you're, I know I'm 20 and you didn't know that, but in high school, like meeting people, and being out there and being included was not the most easiest thing for me to do because people don't understand that cerebral palsy is only a physical, not a mental and disability, and all I need help with is, transferring, driving, all my so I went to about a mental health center myself. But yeah, so I think it's very important. There's not that many people in my experience who understand.
Yeah, and I think that's what we call like a stereotype or a misconception, right?
Right,
Unfortunately, there isn't enough knowledge out there on the diversity within the disability community. And even the fact that stereotypes exist or lack of knowledge, even that can bring strain to our mental health, right?
right,
Because people
definitely,
treat us different, and
right,
socialization is such a huge part of our mental health in order to stay mentally healthy,
yep,
right?
mhm,
So there is that misconception that, disabled may mean cognitively impaired or
right,
that there's a mental health issue when it's not necessarily the case. Like you said, it's just,
right,
sometimes we need a little extra help physically.
right. So my first question is, what got you involved in mental health work?
Well, 10 years ago, I was in a car accident. I was born able-bodied. And I was 21 and I got in a car accident, and then I had to completely transition my life from being able-bodied to being disabled, right? And kind of
Right,
learning some of the experiences that maybe you had at a younger age where we are different, and we don't fit what people consider normal, or it's just such a big adjustment, right?
right,
Um, and mentally we just want what everyone else wants, right? And
definitely,
so that transition and just being involved with our community and seeing how everyone is so resilient and the way that we push ourselves, I just wanted to learn more about how do we help people going through a tough time mentally get to a place where they can find their strengths and their resilience. And I wanted to be the person that helped people find that, right?
right,
um, if I found it in myself, I wanted to help others find it in themselves too. So I went back to school and started studying psychology, and I started working more with newly injured clients, or I ended up working in hospitals and working with different neurological disabilities, right? So I did get to work with CP or spina bifida or spinal cord injury, stroke, brain injury, just different types of people. And it made me realize that we needed more information of not just the physical healing part of what we go through. Sometimes we have
Right.
more health issues than other people,
Right.
but how that takes a toll on us mentally. And that's how I decided to become a therapist, and started working in different communities. And this year, taking the leap to, really get into my own private practice and start helping people independently.
Wow, that's amazing. And I bet it kind of helped you to help other people as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think when we're having a really tough time ourselves, we can forget sometimes that we can get out of there. But working as a therapist and seeing so many people get better and so many people take control of their mental health, of their physical health, it's very rewarding. Yes.
Right, I definitely agree. I kind of not about me, but I kind of do the same thing with my YouTube channel. My, I want to tell people that you can like, with a disability, you will end up needing, everyone else's help, but that doesn't mean you can't go out and have fun because in high school, some people didn't really accept me, and when I told them, verbally told them, somehow they didn't believe me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick up my camera, and I'm going to literally videotape my day or an activity that I do, and that has really helped me have a purpose in life with to my mental health, because when I evaluated, I'm not sure if you're aware, but after you're 18, everything that you are having go away, like your services, your program, your daily routine. So I was like, where am I going to, go now? And I was really concerned about it. But then I was like, I can take my middle YouTube channel and make it into something, and the comments that I receive on each video are so heartwarming,
Mhm.
because people are like, you really helped me.
Yeah. And I mentioned it to you. I was like,
Right,
well, I have someone that would be so great if you could meet her and if you could, just share your wisdom. I think that this is amazing what you're doing because, like I said, we're social beings and we want community, right? And
right,
technology is giving us the ability to build that community.
right,
And there aren't a lot of people like us in the world. And so when we find people like us, we start building that community and we start feeling like we belong. And so that's why your YouTube page is so important, because it's giving people a place to belong and to know that they're not alone, right? If you
right,
can do it, they can do it.
right,
Because I mean, yes, we need help physically sometimes,
right.
but like I said, mentally, we crave what everyone else does.
Definitely, I couldn't agree with you more, because that's what I was handling with in high school, and somewhat still today, but now I kind of got a handle on it, so I like to have my hurry and my wisdom and everything like that, and I'm so happy you reached out to me, because I think I really could help more CP Royal, because I am actually noticing that not much of my audience has CP.
Mm,
It's
okay.
more like other disabilities.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah.
which is really interesting to me to look at because I'm moving down my document. I can read the question, but it's really interesting to me that um the people that want me are not PP lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah.
they're mainly PP parents. So
Oh.
parents that have children that have cerebral palsy.
Yeah, and I think that still gives them a great support because sometimes parents need to learn from the expert, right? And you are the expert. And that gives them a better ability to help their children,
Right.
right?
The
To learn how to give their children more independence sometimes. I know that mentally it's hard because we do need help, but we still need boundaries,
right,
and sometimes parents don't know where those boundaries are because they don't know how much their child is capable of doing.
right,
And talking to someone like you or like me, it helps them understand that there has to be boundaries, right?
right,
We still have to have our independence wherever independence may start for us, right?
right.
So I think that, you're still doing a great work within the CP community.
Yeah.
It is, yeah, like you said, parents are reaching out more.
Yep. So my next question is, what are the main differences you notice about working with people with disability versus people without disability?
This was a very interesting question when I saw it. So mentally, I think that we all struggle with the exact same things, right?
Right,
It just we just attribute it to different types of situations. So, for example, someone with a disability might be struggling with being independent in their community because they know that, they get a lot of attention and people are watching them, right? So
right,
then they don't know, they're a little fearful or anxious about being in certain situations, right?
right,
But then I have able-bodied people who, mentally they feel anxious and worried around big groups because they're scared what people will say about them. They're scared about saying the wrong things. So the fears are not very different. It's just the situation, right?
right,
Where one able-bodied person might be really sad because they lost their job, or they just had a divorce, or they're just sad in general and can't figure out why.
right,
Someone with a disability, it might be that, they have isolated themselves a little more because of their disability, or they don't talk to people as much and they start becoming sad, or you know they're sad about the loss of function of a body part, or medical issues that just insurance companies aren't paying their bills, or
right.
different. So it's just our struggles are different, but the toll that we feel mentally is about the same.
Interesting. So, on my question is, do you think mental health services are good in America? Why or why not?
Mhm. So there are a lot of agencies, with the Affordable Care Act.
Mm-hmm.
There was a really great expansion in the mental health arena. Under the Affordable Care Act, mental health is considered a basic necessity, where before the Affordable Care Act, mental health was a luxury, right? So mental health had to be a specialty. The hard thing is there isn't enough funding for therapists to be able to do the work they want to do a lot of times. And so community service centers get highly impacted. So there isn't enough therapists for the amount of people that need the work. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, if we're talking nationwide, the Affordable Care Act isn't distributed the same in all states. I mean, in California, you get a lot of great care through the government assistance, but I know that there are states that don't implement the Affordable Care Act. So the resources for mental health are very low because they're still considered a specialty. So it just depends on how funding is being used in each state. And unfortunately, we're not there yet as a nation to be able to offer the services that everyone needs.
Yeah, same with disability benefits.
Yeah.
Because I learned that when I turned 18, that my state barely had anything compared to my Massachusetts that pay for everything.
Yeah. So what state are you in again?
Memory.
Missouri?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because in California, I mean, there's a lot of paperwork, there's a lot of processes, but there is a lot of assistance.
Right. Not here, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. And it's so tough because I feel like even in California, we don't have enough. Only imagine what it's like in other states.
Right.
Mhm.
Definitely. But I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast and video. If you did, like it, be comment below if you have some more messages. I can DM her. I will also put her Instagram handle and website and down in the description box. And I will see you in my next episode. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hope we get to do it again.
definitely. I'm gonna pause it.